Hello. In this lesson, we will talk about setting up profiles on the Apigee platform. In the previous lesson, you saw an overview of the profile setup process. Now, let's see what that process looks like in action. Here is what we will be building. Remember that we have Cassandra and Zookeeper on hosts 1 through 3, Management Services on host 1, Routers and Message Processors on hosts 2 and 3, Analytics Services on hosts 4 and 5, and the Developer Portal on host 6. The command we will be using to set up the profiles is setup.sh-temp/apigee/response-edge.txt -p and the profile name. In the bootstrapping lesson, we prepared our hosts for the profile setup process. This lesson assumes that all hosts in your Apigee planet have been bootstrapped successfully. All files used for the profile setup are located in /temp/apigee. For this demo, we are using response-edge.txt and license.txt. The license file is used by the management server, and the response file is used by all services. Here is the response file on host 1. You can see the same values we examined in the profile setup overview lesson. Let's go ahead and execute the setup program with the DS profile on the first 3 hosts. You will notice that as the setup program proceeds, there are a few common operations on each component. The first step is to install Apigee software RPMs using Yum. After that, we see the configuration generation step, which we refer to as code with config. We will discuss that in detail in a later module. Any internal service configuration, such as setting up database files, happens next. Finally, the service starts and setup of that component is finished. Here, the DS profile is being applied to the second host. And finally, the DS profile is applied to the third host. The next step is to execute the setup program with the MS profile on the first host. Setting up the management server is generally the slowest portion of the installation because, as part of the internal service configuration, the setup program will populate the Cassandra database. With the management server complete, we move on to the routers and message processors and apply the RMP profile to hosts 2 and 3. Host 2 has the RMP profile now, so let's do host 3. Finally, we are ready to set up analytics services on hosts 4 and 5. We'll use the SAX, or Standalone Analytics, profile because it includes both Cupid and PostgreSQL components bundled together. Host 4 is the master database, so it needs to be set up first. Once the master database is online, we can set up the standby database. With analytics finished on host 4, all that's left is host 5. And that's it. Edge profiles have been set up. All services except Developer Portal services are now configured and running. For more information on this topic, refer to our documentation. If you have any questions, please post them on our community. Thanks for watching.